All right.
Good evening, folks. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I hope your fantasy football team is doing well. If you've got one, we are here to do a brand new scent release for a new fall scent from Mythical Beard Company. It's called Tom Thumb. And that's the fourth fall scent. So there's 3 other fall scents, lots of other good things for you guys tonight happening. We've got some reduced scent prices. We've got a special deal going on. We're going to get into all of that, but we're also going to have a little bit of an owner chat here with Mr. Andrew. So we're going to bring him on. Hello, sir.
Hello. How are you doing?
All right. I heard you say your fantasy football team's not doing so well today.
No, I am a terrible fantasy football team owner this week. It is not working out for me.
Well, maybe you can pull it out at the end. You got anybody playing in the night game tonight?
Or
the Monday night game?
I got a couple, but I'm also in way too many fantasy football leagues. According to my wife, 8 is a couple too many.
Eight's about 7 too many. I don't have one, so I have a tendency to get obsessed with things, so I try not to get into too many things because I get spread too thin and don't sleep at night, which is no fun. I see a lot of cool people in the chat. Hello, everyone. I won't take time to say hello to everybody. We're up to like 17 folks in here, people popping in and out. Hope that everybody is doing well. And I hope you're ready for a good deal here from Mythical Beards. And it's going to take a while to get all of these deals kind of rolled out to you because we've got a new scent to unveil and all that stuff. So you may just want to be perusing the website, get your order, start to get it ready. You'll see some discount prices on a few of the scents too that we'll talk about. But I'm going to go ahead and put the little scrolling code across here. And you can see I'm pinned in the chat, but also above my head and going across the bottom, Banjo15. That is my affiliate code. I always appreciate when you guys use that. But tonight for the stream, we've got a special deal going on where if you spend $40 after you use the Banjo 15 code, if you got $40 in your subtotal before you add shipping and taxes and all of that stuff, you will get a free Tituba Legend oil. And then if you spend $75, you get an oil butter combo in that. And you don't need to add anything to your cart. That'll be automatic, Andrew said, correct? Uh-oh, I
Sorry,
lost.
I was muted because I got too many screaming kids downstairs. Yes, that is correct.
Awesome. Awesome. So I tell you what, let's go ahead and unveil this new scent here called Tom Thumb. Now I've heard of Tom Thumb, and you called him General Tom Thumb on one of your posts. You have to tell me the story behind Tom Thumb.
Yes. So Tom Thumb, if you've watched The Greatest Showman,
Uh-huh.
he is the little person that
Okay.
is in the. He is actually a real person that existed. That his character was basically designed around being Napoleon. So the Napoleon complex, that idea. So General Tom Thumb, that was his stage name. Tom Thumb also was part of one of his stage names. He was just a actual person who existed in history, and I was trying to think of carnival scents that weren't the typical like carnies and stuff like that, and also making sure that he wasn't a Tom Thumb was not intellectual property. So that was one of the many things, the stages I go through in picking stuff.
Gotcha. And evidently a little trivia here. The fellow who played the part in the movie was way taller than the actual Tom Thumb. He must have been really short then.
Yes, I want to say he was under 3 feet tall
Wow.
in real life.
That,
Is yeah, I mean he was tiny.
that is tiny.
I don't know exactly. I might be wrong, but yeah, he was shorter than tables. Like they put him on his pony. He still looked tiny on a pony. It was crazy.
So, guys, if you like fall festival season and carnivals and walking around and smelling all of the sweet treats, you are going to love Tom Thumb. And I know this scent won't be for everybody because everybody doesn't like those kind of scents in your beard. But here we go. Let's check out the artwork. We made him look tall on the artwork anyway. So we've got funnel cake, caramel apple, maple syrup, and cotton candy. And what do you get from it most? You said your wife gets the maple syrup. I definitely get the sweetness.
Maple syrup comes through super super strong to me and my wife, and that was not intentional. It's just the way it came out. It's still, I was told it still smells good, but
It's to me, it smells like all four of those things mixed together.
yeah,
So it's sweet. It's not
yeah,
sickly sweet, but you definitely get a little bit of everything. And it just reminds
yeah.
me. I tell you what, my wife and I went to Krispy Kreme donuts yesterday, and when we were walking into the place, it kind of reminded me of this scent because
That
you
makes
get
sense.
the fried dough like a funnel cake, and the sweetness. It smelled very similar
Yeah,
to that.
that definitely makes sense. Yeah, it's not. I was trying to steer away from. I mean, obviously, I put out the pumpkin spice and I put out some other fall-based scents, but carnivals and fairs and stuff is a fall time as well. So I figured I would put something out a little bit different than my normal.
That's different. That's definitely different. I don't think I've ever had a scent smell exactly like this. I've had some that smell like cotton candy before, but not with this particular mixture where you get like the funnel cake and all of that stuff mixed in. So really cool with the artwork, and I'm seeing a lot of people there chiming in with some of the backstories with Tom Thumb, which is pretty cool. All right. So we also have some other scents. I tell you what. Let's talk really quick about the free scent that you guys can get if your order is up to $40. You can get the Tituba, which you had this one out last year. This is one of my favorite fall scents, guys. This one is blackberry, spiced cider, and lemonade. And it's definitely a little bit different than your normal fall scents too, with the lemonade in it. It brightens it up, nice and crisp smelling. I love blackberry. Some people like blueberry. I don't like blueberry. I like blackberry. For some reason, it hits me different than blueberry scents. And tell me the backstory on Tituba. Obviously, she's a witch, it looks like.
Tatuba was
Tituba,
one
sorry.
of the. I might be saying it wrong, to be honest, as well. I don't always look it up. She was, I believe, the first witch burnt at the stake in
In
during the
Salem?
Salem trials.
Mm,
I think she was the first witch to be burnt at the stake, or accused of it at least. So she was like the mother of witches, um, in American folklore, at least.
gotcha. If anybody's seen the WandaVision, she kind of looks like Agatha Harkness,
Yeah, yeah, she does.
who's actually going to have their own series. There's going to be Agatha Harkness series coming up on Disney
Yeah, yeah,
Plus.
I saw that. It looks. Hopefully, it'll be good.
Yeah, hopefully so. So yeah, this is one of my favorite fall scents. Let me know in the comments if you've tried this scent or any of the other fall scents. We also have jack o' lantern and werewolf, which we're going to talk about in just a little bit. And then we'll get into all of the other mainline scents. And there's some scents kind of going away and coming in and staying around and all that. Before we do that, let's go ahead and talk about prices, and then we'll talk about the other couple of cents, if that's okay. So the prices, and I would say this prices for the main line, most prices.
Yep.
There's a few that's been discounted. Maybe we'll talk about that
Yep.
next as you guys are kind of getting your orders together. But you got 3 different blends on your oils. You got your original oil, which is a nice thick oil. If you guys like thicker oils, you're going to like the original blend. It's I remember what about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, you kind of redid some stuff. I remember testing behind the scenes
Yep.
on your oil blends, and your balm got remade.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Redid the bomb. Redid the original. And by redoing the original, the Emu and Legend were both affected by it as well.
gotcha. This is one only company that I know of this year that's actually lowered their prices by a couple dollars, pretty much across the board on all the balms and butters and oils, pretty much. So original oil $15.99. That's before any of the Banjo 15 discount, and then your 50/50 Emu is $17.99. You got that Legend, one of the best feeling oil blends ever. You got it under $20, and I know that was important to you to try to get that under 20
Yeah.
bucks. I know that really must have made your margin of, your profit margin really thin. But you said you're going to run less sales and kind of try to balance
Yep.
that, right?
Yeah, I've done. I stopped doing some of the big sales. I've done some. I think I've done 2 double stack sales this month, just for a day. Or one was a couple days while I was traveling for work, but um, just for a day or something, just to kind of something still there, just not 25% off for 3 weeks in a row,
Yeah.
basically.
So no more crazy sales.
Yeah,
And then the balm that got, and by the way, the butter is 2.5 ounce butter.
correct.
Works super well. One of the best feeling companies that I use on a regular basis for sure. Your balm is a little bit firmer than it was, quite a bit firmer.
Yeah,
I'd say it was
yep,
medium to slightly above medium holding out. So it actually does
yep.
balm things, which is what I want it to do. Uh, and then you can, there's combos you can get. Some scents have the body spray for $15.99, and then you started doing some new stuff, kind of like doing a sample scent if you want. You can get a little air
Yeah,
freshener for $3.99. If you're into wax melts, you can get those for $5.99. And then also when you hit that $40 mark, not only will you get that free Tituba Legend oil, or Tituba as you said earlier, or you will also get free shipping at the $40 mark. All right, so
correct.
lots of cool stuff going on, and you said you had a couple of things that were reduced by like 30%
Yep.
on the website. Which
Yeah.
scents were
So
those?
I'm going to be getting rid of Father Time, Menehune, Black Dragon, and Nessie by the end of the month. Just trying to make some room because I did add 4 October fall type scents. I'm going to try to reduce my scent load just a little bit to keep it back under 20. So I've got Father Time retiring. I'm replacing it with Hephaestus, the scent that was for my dad. Just I personally like it more. Father Time was one of the first scents that I ever um, put out, and it didn't. I haven't done anything to it since. One second, somebody just said Tom Thumb's not up on the site. Let me fix that.
Yeah, they might need to put that up there.
Yeah, I had it drafted or set to auto, but it did not do it. So
Yeah, I don't
it's
see it on there
live
either.
now, And I'm adding it to the navigation now as well. Sorry about that. And thank you.
Yep.
And
That's what the chat's good for. They'll keep you. They'll keep you
yeah,
honest on all that
yeah,
stuff.
I had it set to auto. Like I've got the make available at X time, and it was supposed to set for 7. Glad somebody said something.
Yep. Thank
That
you
would have
guys
been
for
more.
letting us know. We
All
got a
right, so
good.
Tom Thumb is live and it's active under the limited scent navigation. I'll get it fixed with some of the other stuff later, but that should be searchable. But yeah, that was one of my. Yep, General Tom Thumb's up on the site, shot by scent now. Um, so that was one of my first changes that I could think of. I didn't need 2 like hardcore old timer scents on the website. And I would rather keep the one that was for my dad around. Um, Black Dragon, I kind of kept it around a lot longer than I wanted to originally, just because it was moving, but I still like my original Dragon more for a tobacco scent. And then Nessie also was supposed to be a limited release that people just kept liking. I released a butter for it. It didn't move as much as I hoped. So I'm just kind of retiring that because I do have uh, 9 more scents next to me that I'm still working on releasing. Um, so that's just kind of something else that I'm working on. And then Menehune is a summer scent. I love it. I think it's awesome. I like it more than I put out than Obsidian Butterfly, but it's a summer scent,
I
so I
like it
figured it
better
was kind of
too.
thank you.
Yeah. So I like all of those. I have not tried Father Time, but I've done reviews on Menehune, Nessie, Black Dragon. One of those we did a live stream for launch, I think.
Yes.
Black Dragon, I think. Or was it Nessie? One of those two. But I do like all those scents. I've got 3 of those right here, the Menehune and the Nessie and the Black Dragon. So if you want any more information about that, or if it sounds interesting at all, you can get it for 30% off right now just to clear it out. Yeah, and the original oil is very thick. You want to get the
Yes.
original blend, but it works very well. It's not just everybody always compares stuff to Artie's Man, just a little bit below Artie's Man, but definitely
Yep.
a very thick oil.
Yep.
Probably the second
No,
thickest that I've tried right underneath that. But yet it
yeah.
still
The
absorbs
Army is
in well,
probably even
makes my
more
beard feel
thicker.
really good. It's an awesome feeling, thicker oil.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I just decided it was time to retire a few scents. I just have so much in the works. I've got another coffee scent that I want to put out later this year. Another dark scent. I've got I want to do a like holiday box set with 3 of the main god. I want to do a god line with Zeus, Ra, and Odin. So
Oh
I've got a
wow.
whole bunch of stuff I want to put out, and I just can't have, especially with releasing 4 our fall based scents. I just can't keep everything around all the time.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. But I'm glad to see that you're still you're making new scents and new creations and new
Yeah,
ideas. It's always cool when you see somebody's been in it for a while and then they're still, they still got that passion to make new things. It's very cool.
got to smell good. That's
Yeah, we got a couple more fall scents here. Remember, we just released Tom Thumb is now live on the Shop by Scent. That one is all of your sweet food fair carnival stuff, cotton candy and the funnel cakes and maple something apples and all that kind of
yeah. I
stuff.
don't really know where maple came from. Just smelled good with it.
And it does. It all goes together. So you have another one that I remember in last year you kind of gave away as a freebie, but you never really sold it individually, if I can remember correctly. And that's Werewolf.
Um, yeah. So werewolf was a freebie for several months, and then I just kind of left it up as an oil only. Um, for the past like 2 or 3 months, just because I had a good amount of labels for original and emu. I decided to release it as a full line of everything: bomb butter, all 3 oils, wax melts, and air fresheners. It's a very it's very cinnamony. I mean, it smells like a cinnamon coffee cake. It is not the type of cinnamon that will burn your face, though.
No, it's not that. It's not
Um,
that
yeah,
fresh cinnamon stick. It's more
yeah,
of a
yeah,
cinnamon that's already been baked into something.
yeah. Yeah, so that's the main problem as an owner using cinnamon is a extremely strong fragrance oil. It is not almost none of them are skin safe to begin with because that's how strong they are. So finding one that mixes in well without burning your face was important.
Yeah, I can
Um,
see that.
so I just did well enough that I said, hey, why not just for a month or two put out the bombs and butters of it, and then probably when I put out the next coffee scent, werewolf will go away for a bit.
Gotcha. That makes sense. You got to keep them rotating in and out. And I'm sorry if my stream's cutting in and out. Let me know somebody else how it's working for you guys. And James asked a really good question. Favorite blend from the three? If you, I would say try them. If you like thick oils, try the original blend. But you cannot beat the Legend blend. It's one of the best things I've ever put in my beard. But I really do like both of them. Seriously, I like the thick oil putting in at night instead of butter. Um, it just depends on what you want to try. It would be to your advantage to try both. I would say. Do you have a favorite? You must like that original. You wouldn't keep it around.
Yeah, yeah. So I actually use original more than the emu. I probably use Legend. I would say I use original every third day, give or take.
Gotcha.
Um, I like the way original works in my beard, but Legend, there's just a little bit more in it for everything. I mean, I've got a very coarse, curly beard, so I do everything I can to possibly make it not so unruly.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Let's see what we got. And then we got one more, the good old pumpkin spice. Jack-o'-lantern spice pumpkin.
Yeah, so pumpkin spice, I didn't want to do the full blown, again, burn your face type pumpkin spice. Um, I would say it's actually pumpkin spice mixed with pumpkin, not just the nutmeg and cinnamon and all of that. It is a actual spiced pumpkin.
Gotcha. Yeah, and it's not overly spicy. I don't like it when there's tons of the nutmeg and cinnamon and that kind of stuff. This one is a dark scent, but it's almost like it's roasted already. It's not
Yeah,
fully baked, but it's got that depth to it, like something that's already been cooked instead of it being just the raw spices and pumpkin. Would you agree with that? Oh, you're muted. Yeah, I can't hear you. Uh-oh. Still not getting it. You can jump out and jump back in if you need to. Sometimes that fixes it. All right. Andrew will be back in a minute, and it sounds like, okay, things seem to be working a little bit better. I'm trying to shut down everything here on my end just in case I got too much stuff open. And Andrew is back. Welcome back, sir. Yeah, not hearing you. Let me see. I don't think I don't have you muted. No. You muted the guest. Let me unmute the guest. Guest has muted themselves is what it says on my screen. Nope. Double checking all my stuff here looks okay. We were doing so good too. All right, guys, we're going to keep rolling here. I know Andrew will be in and out. Sometimes it's, technology. It's a love-hate relationship with technology. But I tell you what, let's take a look at some of, and nope. It says guest has muted themselves on my screen is what it says. Do you know sign language? Give me the 2 thumbs up. I'm going to show everybody where the new scent is. By the way, You can save 15% with the code BANJO15. Plus, there are 4 cents that have been 4 cents that have been discounted because they're going to be going away by the end of the month, and that's by 30%. If you spend $40, you get a free tituba oil, which is blackberry spice lemonade. And then if you spend $75, that is nope. It says guest has muted themselves. I don't know what happened. I mean, you're using your phone or computer? I don't know if you're using a phone or a computer. All right, I'm glad you asked. What is the carrier blend? I'll tell you what, let's do. Let's pull that up for you. So here are your carrier oils. We got castor, Jamaican, black castor, meadow foam, pomegranate, argan, avocado, and jojoba. And that is in the original oil blend. So there's all of that. That's the $15.99 oil. And then if you want the 50-50 emu blend, that adds in the emu and then 50% of all the other stuff. And then the Legend has the red raspberry, sea buckthorn, marula, and squalane added to it. Hello, sir. No, guest has muted themselves. That's a weird thing. And he's gone again. But it, almost a drop the mic kind of carrier blend, as you can tell by that. And James, I'm glad you asked. The retiring scents once again are Father Time, Menahune, Nessie, and Black Dragon. Yeah, squalane, love it. Yeah, every time you come on my little picture there, it says guest has muted themselves. Because I can click on it and mute you, and then it says I'm muting the guest, and then it says the guest has muted themselves. I don't know. Sorry. Oh, I like your shirt though. You can get some Mythical Beard swag shirts at mythicalbeards.com. There's a link there in the chat. Got it pinned. Anyway, let's take a look at the website while we keep working on the technical issues. So remember that $40 you get free shipping. All right, so all kind of cool stuff going on tonight. And then you can go shop by scent is really good to navigate, because you can just take a look and get the basic idea on the limited scents and the original series and start seeing what might look good to you, and you can just go that way with it. So right here you can see the General Tom Thumb is now live, and if we click on that, you can see you can get that. All you have to do is click on what you want. It says the price right below it. So if you want the original oils, $15.99, Emu Blend, $17.99, Legend Oil, $19.99, Balm, 2-ounce Balm, $17.99, 2.5 ounce Legend Butter with all those cool carriers is $19.99. You can get a combo for $38.99. All different kind of combos. I won't click all that, but there's also body spray. I mean, you want your body to smell like cotton candy and maple syrup, you can do it. You got the $3.99 air freshener, which is a good way to just to get to, you know, you're trying to hit the $40 mark or something like that. Kind of use it as a sample, if you will. But also, if you're into wax melts, who's into wax melts? We're into wax melts here at our house. You can get a little 6-pack for $5.99, which is really inexpensive to try out. Or if you already have another favorite scent, let me know. What scents have you tried? What are your favorite scents from Mythical Beards? If you haven't tried the Florida Man, the Funky Citrus, that is that one is a diamond that you may not have tried before. That's a really cool scent. But let me know what questions you've got, and we can take a look while Andrew plays mime over here. And it might be something on my end, Andrew, so don't worry about it. We'll do the best we can. The wax melts are fantastic. Your car smells like Florida Man. Let us know how much you like that Florida man. That's good stuff. And I would agree. The fill-in beard from any of the scents is great. You can't go wrong. Florida man is epic. And then the new seasonals are cool. Kind of depends on what you like. If you're not into those fall kind of scents, there's lots of other stuff to choose from. In fact, those 4 that are being discounted would be really cool to try. I like all of those except for the one I haven't tried, which I'm sure I'd probably like Father Time. And Andrew, I sure am sorry, my man. I don't know what else to do on my end. No, got nothing. Guest has muted themselves is what it says. I mean, you can do a whole reboot if you need to. Oh yes, there's also beard wash and conditioner. I did a review on that. It works really, really well. Got a nice scent to it too. Pretty cool. Yeah, turn it off and turn it back on again. That's what we've tried to do. I don't want to turn my stream off and back on. Andrew, why don't you go out? I'm actually going to turn off my interview thing on here and turn it back on and see if that flips the breaker just for the heck of it. All right, I'm going to turn my little interview thing off. Yeah, we all, technology's tough sometimes. Okay, I turned it back on, Andrew. We'll see if that resets anything. And let us know if you have any questions or chime in with your favorite scents. If you like a nice cologne scent, the Hephaestus is a nice cologne scent, more like kind of like an Irish tweed kind of scent. It's not sweet at all. It doesn't smell like a new cologne. It smells kind of like old good cologne. Okay, still says the same thing. Whenever you come on, it says guest has muted themselves. Yeah. I don't know what else to do on my end. It's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, you think Chris is in IT when he says turn it off and turn it back on? Get the IT folks out here. Yeah, it is super weird. It may be something on my end. We need to go back to smoke signals and pigeon carrier pigeons. There you go. And Andrew may not know he may only not, I'm not talking about the sign language he might know. I don't know how much sign language you know, Andrew. Might not be the good stuff we want to see on camera. Got the thumbs up and thumbs down. You can give me a thumbs up and thumbs down. Or do you still have the custom scents available where somebody can do something with you? Okay. I saw it on there. I didn't want to say a whole lot about it because sometimes owners are like, yeah, I got it on there, but I'm too busy to do anything. And it's going to be like 5 months before I get to you. So let's take a look at that. Oh no, the Bucks lost. Not TB12. He wasn't your quarterback on your fantasy team, was he, Andrew? So let's go by products here. So there's the air freshener. Oh, it's got hand balm, your mustache wax. And there's your wash and conditioner. And I'm trying to remember where you found the doppelgangers. If you go to doppelganger, that's where you can create your own custom scent. All right, all kind of different options you've got there. You can read through the different packages that you have. It's very cool to become a legend if you want. All right, let's see. Now we can hear you.
Anything.
Now we can hear you.
All right, let me turn this one off. Sorry. All right.
Cool.
That was weird. No idea what's going on. Not muted on 5 different microphone options.
Unmute. Like I said, it may be my end. Sorry about that.
All good.
All right, Andrew is back. I've been trying to carry the load, Andrew, but
Yeah.
it's tough to do by myself. Let's see. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, the custom scents, I actually love doing it. It's all mostly fun and games for the most part, coming up with something good that people are looking forward to. Um, Several rounds of going back and forth, making sure the scent's what the customer requested. Just finishing up one with Andrew Carlisle now. I've done two with Beards and Vinyl. Um, I really enjoy it. I was planning on taking more time off, but when Andrew came to me with an actual scent and exactly what he wanted, it makes it a whole lot easier to kind of come up with that. So that's what I ended up doing with Andrew. And I actually already had the scents that he wanted to put together into one.
That's awesome. What kind of scent did he make?
It is leather, whiskey. What was the other scents? Cedar and holy wood.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully, he's working on picking through the last round of scents now, just making sure it's the one he wants. So we put it together.
Awesome. And by the way, you see on my screen here, we got 4 retiring scents. They're going to go away at the end of the month. So you got a few more days, but right now they are discounted. So you can actually get an oil for $10.99. Oh my goodness. Yep. If you get the original oil, you can get the Legend for $15.99 and you can get the 50/50 Emu for $13.99. So basically about $2 more off of everything or more, 30%.
More than that. Yeah. So the original oil is about 33% off. Everything's in between 25 and 35% off to clear it out. Just with whatever stock I have left between the fragrances and everything.
You guys got lucky. You got extra stuff he needs to clear out.
Yep. Yeah, just trying to move on, get some new scents out. I might, as I was talking with Andrew Carlisle, I might end up reblending some of my original scents to make them a little bit more in line with how I work now. Bigfoot has been the exact same scent for 6 years now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people realize how long you've been doing this.
Yeah, no, I mean they don't know. I don't know how much I'm legally allowed to talk about my prior brand, but I've been doing it for 6 years.
Yeah,
doing Mythical Beards for just shy of 2.
Gotcha.
Yep. So I've been doing it a long time, and I've been bothering my wife with "Does this smell good?" for quite some time.
I bet she gets tired of that. My wife gets tired of that. I smell my beard.
Yeah, unless I'm doing tropical stuff. She really does like the tropical stuff. She's the one that picked the final blend for Menehune and Obsidian, but she also is basic and loved the Jack-o'-lantern. So
yeah, love the Menehune. So you guys check that one out if you haven't. That's one that's retiring, so you can get it for you can get it for a steal right now. Plus, you can get 15% more off with the Banjo 15.
Yep, that stacks on. It's just a discount on the website, so your code is good on top of all that.
And once again, if you get to the $40 mark after all the discounts and stuff before taxes and shipping, $40 gets you free shipping. $40 also gets you a free Tituba oil, which is a blackberry spice lemonade kind of stuff, which is a really cool scent. That's my favorite out of the 4 fall scents. And then we just released Tom Thumb tonight. And Tom Thumb, let me do this, pull that back up, is your fall festival carnival sweet stuff, all mixed in a bottle. Funnel cake, caramel apple, maple syrup, cotton candy. So I had what's one of the things we got from Krispy Kreme yesterday? An apple fritter. So it's the fried dough when it was glazed, had a little bit of apple on it. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Perfect. I like your wife. I like your wife.
That's nice. Which ones does she like the best from Mythical? I tell you what, the Menehune reminds me of my trip to Hawaii this summer. It just smells just like a pineapple-y goodness is what it smells like. I don't remember. What is the exact profile on the Menehune?
Pineapple, mango, very little coconut, and then basically aquatic cologne to
Yeah,
round it out.
I knew it finished a little different. It didn't
Yeah,
stay. It doesn't stay sweet, fruity
yeah,
food stuff. It does finish smoother with the cologne in it. That's nice.
yeah. I know his Mark's wife loves Hephaestus because they just ordered wax melts and air fresheners. So they
How do you explain that kind of cologne? Because to me, well, you heard me say probably before, it's like something more like a Irish tweed is the type of cologne that pops in my head that it
almost
smells similar
like
to.
the way I would almost describe it is more of like a musky aftershave,
Yeah,
uh, truly than a old school cologne. But I mean, it's got the cologne vibes, and most people don't like hearing musk aftershave, so I kind of went with the old school, almost like the Old Spice cologne,
yeah.
that kind of. It is much more musky than cologne, but it's still there as both of them.
Yeah,
But it's
I would
got
agree with that. A lot of times when I
that,
think old school cologne, it's got like that alcohol bite to it, and this is a
yeah,
little different. It's more the musk, uh,
yeah,
the more
yeah.
after. It's got aftershave.
Yeah. The only reason I would say cologne slash aftershave is the like exotic spices that are in the four notes of it a little bit. You get some of the jasmine and some of that stuff, which kind of helps bring it out and round it out from being just pure musk.
Right on with that Florida man. That's a super unique one. Tell me how that one came about, and did it turn out the way you wanted to? Because that one is such a cool. It's such a unique scent. It's such a cool
um,
scent.
so I want to say it was an idea. It's come up multiple times. The idea of a regional based character from like a folklore or something from the United States. Like each state has its own myth and folklore. Um, and I want to say it was during probably one of Dan C's streams when it was coming up, or first starting. People were like, "Oh, do the Mothman, do uh, Chupacabra," which I already had, and all that kind of random stuff. Throughout the various states, and I was like, "What does Florida have? Like, we've got Sasquatch or uh, all of that, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it down here. They're all the same in my head, even though they're not. But what does Florida have?" And I was like, Florida has the human beings that live here. So that's really what I went with was Floridians are nuts. Um, what is the craziest scent combination of what people think of when they Google Florida and you look up Florida man, it's somebody's on drugs doing something stupid or had already done something stupid. So it was really kind of a joke that ended up turning out smelling significantly better than I thought it would. The citrus, obviously Florida citrus orange kind of all comes together. I added two different types of uh, marijuana fragrance to it. I have cannabis flower and actual uh, what it's called marijuana fragrance, um, and that adds a lot of the musk to it. And then um, I've got the gunpowder scent, which is mostly like a smoke scent to kind of even it out a little bit. And then right at the end of it, I thought I had the final blend, but my wife said, I think it needs more orange. So I added a little bit of orange creamsicle and it really just blended it and evened it out super well to a point where I was like, I was proud of myself for coming up with this scent and actually being like, this doesn't suck.
No, it's got to go up there as one of the most creative
Thank
scents
you.
that I've smelled, and in the best way possible. And
Thank you.
I don't get all of like I don't smell marijuana.
No,
It doesn't
it's
smell
not
like that,
that much.
guys. So when you
It's
say
not
all of
much.
that stuff, it's kind of scary. This is not a
Yeah,
scary scent. It is. It's almost like just a little bit of like a powdery orange kind of, but a
Yeah,
lot deeper
yeah.
than
So it's got
that.
the orange creamsicle, which helps with that. With gives that, but yeah, it's like a earthy, funky citrus, and that funk is only coming from the cannabis flower. That's all. I mean, it's not like an act like you're walking past somebody smoking marijuana. It's just that it's the actual flower before it's been processed and everything. So that adds a funkiness to it.
Yeah, I think that's what keeps it from being like a traditional. I've had a million orange creamsicle since. This is the it smells like orange and vanilla. So I don't get tons of
Yeah,
vanilla. You get the orange, little bit of sweetness, but somehow that cannabis flowers kind of makes it a little more earthy and funky, as you
yep.
said.
I would definitely agree. And it came out much better than I hoped. Some people haven't liked it, but for the most part, I would say like I've had maybe two or three people say it wasn't for them, but I mean I like it. I wear it a lot. It's very fresh without being your standard fresh one note citrus type scent or one note like one note of anything, just trying to be like a mild fragrance.
Yeah,
It's
it's not offensive. That's the thing about it. It
yeah,
to me, it's still a pretty safe scent. I could wear it
yeah,
anywhere. I wouldn't,
yep,
be ashamed to wear it anywhere. Very, very
yeah.
neat.
No, I wear it constantly. Uh,
Justin Bell says he gets citrus IPA with some
yep,
earth to
yep.
it.
There's some
Mm,
beer in it as well, so that makes sense.
yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, it's definitely different. And it's out of everything I've ever blended. It's definitely the most unique.
Russ is a true Floridian, so he said he'll take that compliment about doing crazy stuff. Very funny. All right, so you gave us a little hint about maybe stuff to come. You said you had like 9 cents,
I have at least 9 cents that I can think of off the top of my head.
and you said you had
Um,
like a trio you wanted to do maybe before the end of the
yep.
year. Give us a quick
Yeah. So
rundown
I'm
on
gonna.
whatever you want to talk about as far as
All
what's
right.
coming.
So for the end of the year, I'm gonna do a 3 pack, only available in a 3 pack of oil, butter, and probably a bomb of all three of them. I really want people to start trying to use my bombs. They are up there with everybody else's butters. It's probably a little bit more firm than most people's butter, but it is um, definitely different than what most people expect out of a bomb. It's not tacky. It's not sticky or anything like that. I mean, it's literally my butter with 10 times the amount of wax in it to keep it together.
Yeah, you did a
Um,
great job on that. It
Thank you.
gives you hold. You can tap on it and it feels firm. And then when you rub it down, as soon as you break it down, it's like your butter is. And you put in
Yeah.
it's like you're putting in butter, but then it gives you hold.
Yep.
It's weird. It does not
Yeah.
have yeah. There's no tackiness. You
Yeah.
get you get those really firm bombs, and you're putting it in it like it gives you that resistance, that friction. You don't get that with
Yeah.
this. It's very cool.
Um, so I'm probably gonna do that. That's gonna be the three main mythology gods: Odin, Mun Ra, and Zeus. Um, I don't have the sense fully fleshed out yet. I know what the general route I'm going with. Mun Ra is going to be like an Egyptian spices. Zeus is probably going to have something with ozone, and then Odin is going to be an actual dark cologne with either pear or apricot in it, just to keep something a little bit more uh, contemporary with it, so that
That
people aren't.
sounds
Yeah,
absolutely awesome.
thank you.
I can't wait to see the artwork and all of that stuff that goes with it. It's
Yeah,
going to be very
I do
cool.
have the artwork done for it because I knew what I wanted. I just didn't know what I want with the scents, so the scent names haven't been added. I've got a new coffee scent that's going to be coming out this year, which is tobacco, coffee, and lemon.
Wow.
That is one of my friends runs a cigar bar locally, and when I was smoking a cigar and asked for a coffee, and he's like, "Here's an espresso," and he took a lemon peel and rubbed it around the edge of the espresso. I was like, what just happened? He's like, this is how the Italians do it. And I'm like, all right. So drinking my lemon tinted coffee with smoking a cigar. It was like this phenomenal combination. I was like, I need to recreate this scent. And so far it's turned out pretty good. I'm not done yet, but it's something I'm messing with. And then I have a couple others that I'm working on. Another woods. I technically have 2 wood scents, another pineapple one, but that's waiting until next year. I'm probably going to put Andrew Carlisle's out, but it'll most likely be next year. And then Mark Stutzman's, we did the leprechaun scent, which wasn't ready in time for St. Patty's. So that'll be my St. Patty's scent next year. But I do have several others in the works. I just sent out another like all day cologne type scent as a custom, and that'll be done as another line that I put out. But yeah, I mean, I just, every once in a while, I mean, I got kind of, I don't want to say burnt out, but real life was catching up to me. So I was burnt out of doing new scents and stuff, but it kind of, when the mood hits me to start blending stuff, I got to do it. I got to figure something out. And worst case scenario is I get 2/3 of the way towards the final scent. So I the way I blend my scents is the same way I do the customs. I do waves of scents. I pick my favorite out of that wave, and then I blend the next wave based on that, the one that I picked.
That's awesome. And I've heard a lot of owners say that the doing the collabs, it kind of helps in a lot of ways. They get a lot more experience, and they choose things that they wouldn't normally choose as far as scent profiles to start messing around with, and they have it like in their arsenal to use. It's very cool.
Yeah, it is. And that, I mean, that's trying to tweak my tobacco blends a little bit, because all my tobacco is pretty spicy. So I'm working on that, going towards the sweet side, because that's what some guys like. And just
I like the sweeter ones.
Yeah, because my tobacco, I mean, you can smell it in Dragon and Black Dragon. It's got a kick.
Yeah, it'll slap you right in the face.
Yeah,
just like the Mick Foley one did. Santa Mick or whatever it was.
Old Saint Mick. Yeah,
Old Saint Mick. That's it.
Yeah, it was a lot of cherry, but that spice of cigar was there for sure.
Yeah, cigar blends are always the spicy ones. I like a good pipe tobacco scent.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm working on blending I've got my base tobacco for cigars, so I'm working on a base new for pipe tobacco type scents. That's the one of the things other than Florida Man that I'm proud of separating myself from everybody else is my tobacco, because I worked in the cigar industry for so long. I refuse to just take a pipe tobacco scent and say it's a cigar scent.
Yeah.
Because it's not different.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing I do. I mean, I'm not doing all of this. Dragon is a traditional tobacco vanilla, but it's not Tom Ford tobacco vanilla. It's a spicy cigar mixed with vanilla.
All right, guys, let us know if you have any more questions, and we'll wrap it up here in just a minute. So I want to just to recap what we have going on here. So we've got 4 fall scents, brand new release tonight. It's called Tom Thumb. It's got all kinds of funnel cake and caramel apple and maple syrup and something else in it. I forgot. I'm going to pull it back up. Cotton candy. That's it. So it's all your sweet fair foods. If you're into those kind of scents, that's very cool, and love the artwork on that. Got Werewolf, which is a cinnamon coffee cake. We got your pumpkin spice with your jack-o'-lantern. And then my favorite out of those is the Tituba, which is blackberry spice cider and lemonade. And that one you can actually get free if you get a $40 order. That also qualifies you for free shipping. If you get a $75 order, you can get an oil butter combo. So a really cool deal going on. Plus you save 15% with the code BANJO15. Also need to let you know, because I know some of these, some guys out here really like these other scents, and it'd be really cool to pick them up, because I like all of the scents here that I've tried. I haven't tried Father Time, but these are retiring, at least temporarily. They may come back around again, I imagine, at some point. So Father Time, which is a good cologne, Menahune, which is your pineapple, mango, something. Nessie and Black Dragon both have a little bit of tobacco, kind of manly, earthy scents. I can't remember the full profile on those, but you guys can take a look at them. But they are 30% off automatically if you go check them out on the website. So you can get a really good deal going on right now. Those will be going away this next week. It sounds like if it's going to be gone
Yep.
by October 1st.
I would say by the first, I'm going to get rid of all of them. Um, and then they'll be got a black dragon will probably come back. I mean, I do love it. Just can't have them all around all the time. Father Time, maybe another Father's Day scent. I might tweak it a little bit. I do like it. Just got to keep going.
Well, Mrs. Claus be back. That was your gingerbread. I had a pretty snappy
Yep.
ginger on that one.
Yep.
It will be back.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm bring it back, and I'm going to do it as a full line
Awesome.
of everything this year.
My favorite was Krampus out of the ones that you had last year.
Yeah, I love Krampus. I mean, yeah, as a Jew, it smells like a Christmas tree to me. So
It's
smells
really
just
cool.
like it. I like it. I love the scent. I mean, we have latkes and dreidels, and they don't. There's nothing good for. I can't make a latke beard scent. I don't think anybody would be really happy with that.
You'd be surprised. Some people would love it, I'm sure.
There might be somebody just. Can you deep fry a beard oil for me? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Vato, I missed your question earlier. We were talking, but Vato asked, "What does musk smell like?" That's a good question. Like
That is a very good question, and it is very hard to answer properly without it being like if you take what you imagine old men wearing as their cologne is actually like a musk cologne. It's not a wearing a Burberry or something like that. They're wearing Old Spice. They're wearing uh, Old Spice. Really, it's like all that old school barber shop stuff. It's almost like a. I guess the easiest way to say it would be a dark. It's a darker funk or something of a cologne scent. It's not. I don't even really know how to describe it other than the high. I would say there's more high notes in a cologne. There's not. There's less darkness to it. In a cologne, the musk is dark. It's I wouldn't say foresty, but there's something primal, earthy about a musk almost every time. It's hard to describe, and I've got the wrong sniffer to try to describe it, but it's
Well,
definitely.
you did a pretty good job. It is a hard one to describe. It definitely leans towards the darker end. Doesn't have the bright notes to it. A little bit more on the earthy side. Definitely darker. But yeah, it's hard to explain. Just think of a really dark cologne that's got no sweetness to it, and just
nothing
there.
There's a lot less high notes at all. Like the top notes that you get when you first take a sniff of a cologne, where it's got like jasmine and all that kind of stuff. You're not going to get that out of most musks at all. It's almost like it's blended to be that medium to dark, where cologne is blended properly from top to bottom, that you're smelling through the phases.
Awesome. So I think we've covered everything, unless there's anything else you want to go over, Andrew.
No, I think that's pretty much it for now. That's lots of changes. Working on clearing out some old inventory so I can keep bringing in new products at least once a month. This month was 3 times. So
yeah, you've been a busy little bee, and you're doing cool stuff. And if you missed it earlier or missed one of my earlier videos a few weeks back, the prices have been lowered, which everybody else is having to raise prices because of their overhead cost of everything. So I know you're trying to stay really competitive. You're doing a great job with all of that. You got some really awesome, unique scents they lean towards the stronger side. I would say on the stronger side of medium. I would say for most of them. Is that kind of where you're aiming for to get a good 8 hours out of it?
Them long lasting without being like overpowering. I've got my starting point for how much fragrance I put, and I do it a little bit differently than everybody else. It's still by weight, but I measure with milliliters instead of grams. So it's easier for me because the way I pour every oil one at a time. So I can just pump in the exact amount of milliliters that scent is requiring. So if I poured, let's just use Hephaestus as an example. If I use the same amount of Hephaestus as I used for Full Yeti, it would
burn people's face. I mean, it's strong and does not go away.
It would
It
melt
is
your
very, very
face.
strong. Yeah, it's very strong. The first one I made, I was like, I smelled like my dad for 3 weeks straight. It was real strong. But yeah, I mean, it's just I do my best to make sure it's noticeable. It lingers without being like I don't like the guys that walk around smelling like Axe all the time. So that's the goal.
Yeah. All right, so we got that deal going on. I'm not sure how long you're gonna let that go on, Andrew, but you may have a little bit of time to get your order together and figure out
Yep.
what you want.
Yeah, at least midnight tonight.
Cool. So I always like it when they do that. So if you're watching this
Yep.
late, the deal is still good until midnight on the East Coast. And be looking for more cool stuff from Andrew and Mythical Beards. You heard him kind of give you a little preview of some stuff that sounds really cool before the end of the year. So
Awesome.
as always, guys, we appreciate everybody watching. Andrew, appreciate you coming on here with me and sending me the
Thanks
stuff and trusting me to be your affiliate and get the good word out for you.
Of course.
And we'll keep that going, guys. Hope you have a good rest of the night, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. See you guys. Bye.